And we are back. Avatar, The Last Airbender, the finale. Really mixed emotions about saying that out loud, considering this has been kind of just a show to continuously watch over and over and over again. It's definitely a comfort show for me that now we're reaching the culmination of our journey together, for this at least, soon. And we will follow it up with Korra because I have never seen Korra, so be sure to be subscribed for that, as that will be a first time viewing, and I have no opinions like the internet apparently does pertaining to Korra. But with Avatar Aang, let's see his journey all the way to the end of its fruition. Sozin's Comet Part 3, Ozai versus Aang. We have Azula versus Zuko and Katara. We are doing a matchup of the ones today. The White Lotus in action, which means Iroh, Paku, the whole gang, Boomy included, ready to get going. So I'm ready to get going. Be sure to be subscribed, hit that like button, and without further ado, let's do further and let's engage. Oh, and if I cry, y'all didn't see nothing. It's okay though. So if you cry, enjoy it. Let's engage.
I'm not worried about her. I'm worried about Aang. What if he doesn't have the guts to take out my father? What if he loses?
Aang won't lose. He's gonna come back.
I do like the fact that Zuko is literally just like, hey, I'm not worried about me in this moment. After everything he's done, where all he's been worried about is himself, and the only person he's been actively hunting and trying to kill is the only person you're worried about, character growth. All the way through. Our boy came a long, long way.
What am I holding? A cherry pit, princess. Correct. And what day is this? It is the day of your coronation. Yes, it is. So please, tell me why on the most important day of my life you've decided to leave a pit in my cherry? It wasn't a decision. It was just a small mistake. Small? Do you realize what could have happened if I hadn't sensed the pit in time? I suppose you could have choked? Yes. Then you understand the severity of your crime.
Well, you know, madness is a funny, funny thing. Not in a hilarious, ha-ha kind of way, but it's hilarious in the sense that it always seems to happen to the people that you almost root for, in a TV show sense. Azula was a perfectionist to the umpteenth degree. So she doesn't know how to react when it comes to just little hiccups, little everyday things that we all have to experience. Hey, where did I leave my keys? Oh, I stubbed my toe over here. Where's my dress shirt? I need to wear it so I can get ready for work. She has people do that for her. She's not concerned with this. But a cherry pit, something that we would all consider pretty standard or inside of a cherry, throws her whole thing off, and you see that the gears are just getting looser and looser, and eventually they're just gonna run freestyle off the track.
We're too late! The fleet's already taking off!
Then we're taking off too. Where's the closest airship?
It's right there!
Before you can even get the words out of your mouth, Toph was like, all right, cool, we're gonna fly. It's like, cool. We are trusting the blind girl to launch us into the air, and neither one of us have bending. This is literally, we make it, or we'll be in a coffin. But luckily, this blind girl is Toph Beifong. We'll be fine. Do you know how evil you have to be to stand on the edge of a ship that at any moment could just go whoop, and then you just go whee to your death because he's not surviving hitting that water from that height? Ain't no way that you just stand out there menacingly just trying to smirk, smile, be evil, and as manipulative as you possibly can be on this thing. Or farm as long as you can, buddy, because You're about to face probably one of the baddest avatars here shortly, and sure, I get on his case for being a bit too peaceful for my liking, but just because he's not running the Fade currently doesn't mean he can't run that Fade.
Do you know how long it took you to get here?
A few minutes, I guess.
5, to be precise. In which time an assassin could have snuck in, done away with me, and been on his merry way.
My apologies, Princess.
Is this how you plan to treat your new Fire Lord? With tardiness and disloyalty?
The Daily would never betray you.
And I'm sure that's just what you told Long Feng before you turned against him and joined me. You're all banished!
You were such an idiot. She literally hasn't sat in the big man's chair for a day. And already, insanity has taken complete root inside of her. It kind of gives Ozai a bit of a glazing in the sense that he's been at this for a long, long time now. At least over a decade based upon the math of where Zuko was, I would wager, in terms of his age until now. But banishing the Dai Li, who betrayed their former master and their entire nation, mind you, for you to then question their loyalty as you wanted them to become betrayers and join you, is so stupid. It's like the person who cheats on their significant other with somebody and then is shocked that other person would be willing to cheat on you. You just be like, what did you think was going to happen here? You thought they were just going to regain their honor overnight and just start a new leaf? What are you thinking? I know this is our girl Toph, and we actively root for her in everything she does. Or at least I do. Do you know how terrifying it would be as a grown bender in this universe to just be existing and be like, yeah, metal bending doesn't exist. It doesn't work. It's never happened before. And then there's a 10-year-old sized piece of metal, human sized, human shaped, just walking around, kicking the absolute crap out of you and all of your accomplices right in front of your very eyes. That's a rough work shift.
That's how it's done.
Good work, Toph. Time to take control of the ship. Take the wheel.
That's a great idea. Let the blind girl steer the giant airship.
I was talking to Suki.
Toph, I love the confidence. The sarcasm is extra appreciated. However, yeah, I'm going to take Suki flying on this one. If I have a land-based vehicle, you will be my first round draft pick every day of the week, and then twice, just to make sure I don't get ejected out of this window like the other guy just was.
Attention, crew. This is your captain speaking. Everyone, please report to the bomb bay immediately for hot cakes and sweet cream. We have a very special birthday to celebrate.
We have a very special birthday to celebrate. You know, honestly, you don't really think about the Fire Nation. Like, do they get paid work lunches? Do they get regular breaks? Like, is their work system better than ours? Or do they just get also random spontaneous times where an important work person's like, hey, it's my birthday, and then suddenly everyone doesn't have to work, and it's just the best day ever. Like, I remember when I worked at the mine overnight one time, there was a guy who was on his way to retire from the mine. He's going to a different job, but he was retiring from what we were doing. And someone rented out an entire taco truck, and it showed up at midnight, because I work graveyard. Best work shift ever. Up till about 3, 4 a.m. where the taco truck no longer agrees with you. Can't win them all.
So, do you know whose birthday it is?
I can't believe the captain remembered my birthday. He really does care.
You know, I kind of feel bad for that guy. It was his birthday. But again, like, your birthday was also marred by Sozin's comet, and then your, boss, Fire King Phoenix douchebag, trying to destroy the world on your birthday. But you know, now you get to go swimming in heavy metal armor. I'm betting most of these men drowned, but let's not focus on that.
Sooner or later, they all would have betrayed me. Just like May and Ty Lee did.
Azula, we are concerned for you and your well-being.
My father asked you to come here and talk to me, didn't he? He thinks I can't handle the responsibility of being Fire Lord. But I will be the greatest leader in Fire Nation history.
I'm sure you will, but considering everything that's happened today, perhaps it's best if you postpone your coronation.
What? Which one of you just said that? What a shame. There's only one way to resolve this. You two must duel each other. I order you to fight an Agni Kai.
But we're not firebenders.
All right, fine. Lo, you're banished. Lee, you can stay.
But I'm Lee, so who's banished?
We're asking the right questions. It's kind of like what goes on in like a WWE thing. If you got twins, you're just kind of like, you're. But it's also that one scene from Rush Hour. You, no, you, and it just keeps going on and on and on. It's just, I don't know who's actually banished. I just know Azula's off her damn rocker. Being betrayed by two people she thought would never betray her, even though she treated them like human garbage, really just shocked her to her complete core. And then you had the pressure of being the perfect daughter on top of that. This was destined to happen. Oh. Oh, okay. I guess the wall is just there for show. 'Cause, one fire blast. One. When we used to need a giant drill. This is like the most overpowered buff you could add in a video game to your character. And, well, I'm just also curious what Jung Jung is gonna do. He's a pacifist. Isn't he? Where are you pulling this water from, Paku? I'm asking for a friend, and I don't want to be the person that destroys the immersion, but there ain't no lake here. Ain't no river. Where you pulling all this from? Okay, ask and I will find out. Jung Jung got over his hiccup. He has decided that violence is the answer. And for the Fire Nation, they're really unhappy it was today.
What a shame. You always had such beautiful hair.
What are you doing here?
I didn't want to miss my own daughter's coronation.
Don't pretend to act proud. I know what you really think of me. You think I'm a monster.
I think you're confused. All your life you've used fear to control people, like your friends May and Ty Lee.
Well, what choice do I have? Trust is for fools. Fear is the only reliable way. Even you fear me.
No, I love you, Azula. I do.
A lot of people say that this whole arc for Azula being unhinged had no business being where it currently is. These pieces of her mind have psychologically been bent and broken over her entire existence from a child till here. This is just her having her full moment in the sun of completely unraveling. And for all of us who hate her, hi, it's me, Hater Fan Club, it's a treat. But it's also unfortunate seeing any being unravel this spectacularly. This is a crash out of crash outs. No doubt about it. Ooh. Okay. I guess he's kind of strong. But again, you don't save the best act for last if you're not certain that best act can perform at the highest of levels. And currently, based on the giant fireball that probably just engulfed 2 towns, I would wager that would be Ozai. And here I was thinking he's just like, all right, cool, I'm going to passively deactivate this airship. The fire blast kind of says that Aang may actually mean business today, and it's a great time to. It is really a great time to. The end of this series would be a great time to step up. Someone's been in the gym. I guess sitting in that room alone wasn't the only thing he's been doing. He grabbed his P90X, he grabbed his creatine. Bro's been doing some crunches and some sit-ups because he didn't want to look poor on the day that he would have to rip his shirt off and fight the Avatar. Weird move, but if the results are there.
The generations of Fire Lords failed to find you. Now the universe delivers you to me as an act of providence.
And again, all I hear is the Joker's voice from Batman. Mark Hamill, as a voice actor, has absolutely zero range. It is Joker, or it's Joker, or it's Joker. Either Skeletor, Ozai, or Joker. All of them have the same voice. He was a terrible pick to be the endgame villain for this. The fact you had people like George Takei and even Rod Perlman in the early seasons tells me you had the budget to pull out a better villain, but somehow we ended up with Hamill. I love him, big Star Wars fan, but no range. Sokka, whatever your plan is, you need to hurry up. We are losing half the Earth Kingdom. I know it was a barren, desolate rock beforehand, but this is going to be a barren, desolate, and ashy rock if you don't hurry up.
It's gonna be a rough ride. We need to get to the top of this thing fast.
Then what?
Watch each other's backs, and if we make it that far, I'll let you know.
That's my boy. That's my boy. He's really come a long way from being the guy who couldn't handle a Zuko in a 1v1 fight with only weapons to now being able to be like, okay, cool. I have this one airship, I need to take out 15. Oh yeah, this has a sharp pointy stick at the very end of it where they're sticking all of the firebenders. If I ram everybody directly through the top and the soft part of the airship, everything go kaboom and everyone goes down. They crash, they die, we win. Good job, Sokka.
I'm okay! Just finish the mission!
No.
Sokka, I think we've got
It's kind of amazing how protective he is of Toph, considering Toph is literally the one who's almost always like protecting the team from like dire emergencies. So literally every single time there's an opportunity for like, hey, Toph can't see. He's always grabbing her hand, grabbing her around the waist, or if there's even the remote sense that she can't figure out what's going on with danger, he's just like, cool, I will literally jump on top of you. I've got you. Sokka learned how to lead from the front in this trial by literal fire.
But you're not going to become Fire Lord today. I am.
You're hilarious. And you're going down. Wait. You want to be Fire Lord? Fine. Let's settle this. Just you and me, brother. The showdown that was always meant to be. Agni Kai.
You're on.
I mean, she's kind of using your hubris against you, and do we not remember that we are 1-1 in Agni Kai's, but we're technically 0-1 versus family? Food for thought.
I'm sorry it has to end this way, brother.
No, you're not.
So we literally have both matchup of the ones right now. Azula finally fights Zuko. And Zuko, I know you're trying to be a hero here, but Katara is one of the most, if not the most, BA waterbenders that will ever exist in the history of any universe. So you saying you're protecting her, I give her a lot of flack, but she's definitely got this. And now that we have Ozai versus Aang, I kind of wish Katara was there helping him, but at the end of the day, the matchups are what the matchups are. Let's win. You're doing a lot of dodging and a lot of weaving, but I don't see a lot of attacking. You're more or less trying to run away to win. And no offense, Ozai really just isn't the guy we can play around with that way. Ozai gets the first blow, and we need to go on offense. God, I hate this so much. You had the kill shot right down the pipe. And even Ozai was like, oh dear. Which is kind of funny that a Mark Hamill character would get electrocuted not only in Star Wars universe, but also in this one. But because Aang is merciful and doesn't want to kill, he doesn't take the shot. He has the same exact problem that Roku did of, hey, I'm going to let you go, and you're going to become a better person because of it. And no, I assure you, they're not. We needed a little bit more Kyoshi right about now. She's throwing everything she has into offense. And Zuko, on the other hand, is throwing everything into just letting her tire herself out. She's fighting at a frantic pace of, I need to finish this, I need to finish this, I need to finish this. Which, hey, offense. Hooray. However, when you're equally matched with somebody, or at least this close, I don't think tiring yourself out is the best option. Zuko's not going for the killing blow either, because this is his sister, and while she is a pain in everybody's patokas, she is still family to him. I think eventually she's going to try and go for a low blow against Katara, and that might seal the battle there. For the record, Katara, why the hell are you standing right there? Stand off to the side. Out of the way. But again, if she was out of the way, she just would have been killed. What am I saying? I'm just mad Zuko's hurt. I'm just lashing out because Zuko's hurt, okay? I'm lashing out. Having a little bit of a crash on myself. Our boy went from I don't give a rip about anybody to I'm willing to give my life to the people I hunted for years and made their life a living hell. The show really just knows how to write great character arcs. But again, who would have expected Azula to fight dirty? Raise your hands. Everyone's hand should be up. If you're not really paying attention right now.
You're weak, just like the rest of your people.
This kind of is where the age thing comes into play. Ozai is like a 30 or 40-year-old man. He's in his physical prime. He's being amped up by the power of the sun. He's been ruling through fear and power his whole entire tenure. Even though Iroh could conceivably take him on in a battle. We know Aang is a 13-year-old who's just doing his best, bearing the weight of the world's problems. I pity him that he's in this state of just absolute fear. But I'm gonna need you to lock in, my brother. You have the fate of the world on your shoulders, and I don't think curling up into a ball, unfortunately, is gonna make your problems stop. He's gonna punch through that rock eventually. The question is, are you gonna be ready for it?
Tough! Metal bend the rudder so it's jammed in a turning position. The ship will spiral and slam into the others.
Got it!
Have I ever mentioned how sweet it is that you invented metal bending?
You could stand to mention it more.
Top's like, I'll take some praise, especially right about now while we're all technically hurtling to our deaths, but I'll take some praise before we go out. Same, girl. Same.
My leg! Hang on, Toph!
Aye, aye, Captain.
Bye, Space Sword!
Gotta give points to Sokka in this exact moment in time. Boomerang and Sword Guy just saved everyone's life. You said you had no powers, but you're showing out right now.
I don't think Boomerang is coming back, Toph! It looks like this is the end!
How did that happen? Did Boomerang come back?
No, Suki did!
May I just say, what a welcome 6th member of the team you are. You're technically number 5. But I just have to say that we have 6 in all, because Zuko is really stepped the heck up. Everybody's shining right now. I'm like a proud parent watching all my kids grow up, and they're all just amazing. Which usually doesn't happen. Usually there's one knucklehead in every group. Hi.
Come on out, little boy. You're about to be
You shouldn't have done that. You should not have done that. But if you're telling me that all the Avatar needed was a little bit of chiropractic work, and then all of a sudden he's ready to go God mode, why didn't we hire a chiropractor? We just needed one. And Toph could have done it just like that. Chakra points. Just hit him really hard right there. Okay. Aang be moving different. It's disrespectful as hell to grab anybody by any part of their face and just hold on. It'd be like someone just grabbing you by your nose or your beard and just then beating the crap out of you with their one free hand. Ozai, I think's in for a good humility check-in, and it's not going to go well, I take it. The doctor is a little pissed about the first episode. Now he's going to get his get back in the second. Well, that's new. Aang, when did you learn to do that? Last I heard from your mouth was you weren't ready. Maybe you just weren't ready to add a little check mark next to the people I've killed list. So far, it's only been insects. Might be Ozai next. Mom said put away your toys. She didn't know you were going to put them away that neat and tidy. But yeah, all these guys' reaction I completely get. I would not be a fan of being yeeted up into the sky about 20 or 30 feet and then come crashing down on something else at a rather alarming rate, where I'm assuming there's no seat belts involved. So I probably have a broken limb or two as well.
So if you don't mind.
The terrifying thing about this is how lightning is so perfectly equipped to just destroy water. This is like the worst matchup for Katara, in the sense of not only Azula has lightning, but it's enhanced by the comet. And then on top of this, our boy Zuko is down and out. If Azula was still her rational self, she would have turned her lightning directly at Zuko while he can't move, finish him off, and then move on. Thank God this is a kid show, and she gave in to the insanity and the voices in her head.
There you are, filthy peasant!
I don't think we needed to add classism to our list of war crimes, but I guess we're doing this as well. Kill her. Kill her now. Katara, please be sure to kill her. On second thought, I am thrilled that we brought Katara. We needed her, or this would have been interesting. I'm not saying Zuko would automatically lose, but I am curious why we didn't go that direction. That would be hard to watch from any perspective. I hate her. I still pity her. I empathize with her. And I understand the anguish and torment she put herself through to get to where she was. Sure, she took all of her emotional pain and redirected it on every single person in existence. but you still don't want to see someone descend into this level of madness and insanity and just desperation at any moment in time. If you don't pity people in moments like this, it's worrisome, but at the same time, we either need to put her down, which is the worst thing to do, or we need to desperately try and get her help and rehabilitated and hope there's some shred of goodness inside of her being. Because right now, I ain't seeing it. Where you going, Ozai? Where you going, buddy? This is just a 13-year-old you're running away from. Are we only able to beat 13-year-olds if it's our only child? Our only heir, I should say. Because, the only time we've ever seen you in combat has been against kids. Maybe you're looking a bit like a fraud right about now.
Fire Lord Ozai, you and your forefathers have devastated the balance of this world. And now, you shall pay the ultimate price!
That kinda sounds like we have Kiyoshi at the wheel. Someone else want to take charge? Because Aang may catch a body, and I'm not sure his consciousness would let him live with that.
No, I'm not gonna end it like this.
Even with all the power in the world, you are still weak.
Okay, correction time, good sir. I am always in most shows, pro-violence is the correct answer. Aang has chosen correctly. The strength to be able to hold yourself back is a skill very few people will ever in life achieve. Most of us would have just been, bam, see you later, and not thought twice about it. I'm in that camp. Aang, on the other hand, has chosen his own destiny, his own way, and I'm sure he's thought out, at least to some extent, how he's going to be able to handle this. He's exceptionally strong. Stronger, sometimes, to be able to not do the thing that is rather easy to do. Give in to anger.
In the era before the Avatar, we bent not the elements, but the energy within ourselves.
Okay, are we having a rave? What are we doing here? We're sending out a help beacon, a distress signal? Because we just turned the Fire Lord into a beam light, the kind of which blinds your car going the exact other way because for some reason the idiot going the other direction has on their high beams. For no reason. Do your regular lights not work? Sorry, personal grievance. But what are we doing here? Are we literally about to untap them and find the off switch by turning off all the lights?
One spirit must be unbendable, or you will be corrupted and destroyed.
had me worried there for a second, champ. You had me worried for a second. Ozai is pure, unadulterated evil. So for you to overpower that, your spirit is unbendable. But again, you also did just tell Kiyoshi no to killing like 10 minutes, like maybe 10 minutes ago. So, you know, that makes sense.
What did you do to me?
I took away your firebending. You can't use it to hurt or threaten anyone else ever again.
If anyone ever on a power tier drops Aang below any other avatar, remind them of this. He literally turned off the Fire Lord on his strongest and most amped up day as a 13-year-old. I don't care what the other avatar feats are. I know people were like moving oceans and creating new continents and all this stuff. This feat, this is up there. That's our boy. Give him his praise.
So did you finish the job?
I'm still alive.
I learned there was another way to defeat him and restore balance. I took his bending away.
Wow, who taught you that?
A giant lion turtle.
You have the craziest adventures when you disappear.
Even Toph is like, hey, how you do that? Because Toph is a BA, but even she's just like, okay, this is a whole new scaling to everything we thought we knew about reality.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to offend you, Phoenix King of getting his butt whooped. Yeah! Or how about King of the guys who don't win? Leave the nicknames to us, honey.
Did you just call Suki honey? But I mean, you did kiss her, so I guess your relationship's getting a little serious there, Toph, and we're all rooting for you.
They let you out of prison?
My uncle pulled some strings, and it doesn't hurt when the new Fire Lord is your boyfriend.
So does this mean you don't hate me anymore?
I think it means I actually kind of like you.
Kind of? What do you mean, kind of? What do you mean, kind of? But... Their relationship is complicated, and maybe this is why people ship Zuko with everybody else. His just relationship status is, I'm in a relationship, but my girlfriend is complicated. But again, Zuko's complicated. I don't know. I'm just confused. My brain's fried.
But don't ever break up with me again.
Okay, she does love him. If you don't get threatened by the person you're with on a regular basis, are you really in a relationship? And if you don't fear your significant other, are you really in love with that girl? I'm just saying. I'm terrified. Send help. Don't actually send help, but I am still scared.
Dad! Dad!
I heard what you two did. I am the proudest father in the world. And your mother would be proud too.
Yeah, damn right, better be. One destroyed a Fire Nation airship fleet with a broken leg, and the other one took down the Fire Lord Azula. You better be damn proud of me. You ain't grounded me ever, though. Ever.
So how's it feel to be back in uniform again?
It feels great.
Careful, Suki. Ty Lee's pretending to be a Kyoshi warrior again.
It's okay. She's one of us now.
So the girl that was terrified of looking the exact same as all of her sisters has grown to the point she doesn't care if she looks like everybody else because she found out who she is, and that makes her unique along the way. Okay, that's beautiful. I'm okay with that.
I can't believe a year ago my purpose in life was hunting you down. And now
we're friends.
Literally 1 year is all that happened? God, they've had some crazy adventures. But again, like, everyone can remember, like, that one summer in their life where, like, it felt like every main canon event moment happened. And then, you know, the rest of your life happened. You're like, huh, I wonder why those moments don't happen anymore. And it's because you probably wouldn't be alive if you had to do that many canon event runs again. These folks, I think they got us beat a little bit.
this war is finally over. I promised my uncle that I would restore the honor of the Fire Nation. And I will. The road ahead of us is challenging. 100 years of fighting has left the world scarred and divided. But with the Avatar's help, we can get it back on the right path and begin a new era of love and peace.
Whew, that was powerful stuff. Our boy made it. In 1 year, he did the speed run of a lifetime in terms of character growth, and now he's going to go heal the world with his best friends. That's all he can really root for, right?
I should count myself lucky.
The new Fire Lord has graced me with his presence in my lowly prison cell.
You should count yourself lucky that the Avatar spared your life. Banishing me was the best thing you could have done for my life. It put me on the right path. Perhaps your time in here can do the same for you.
Why are you really here?
Because you're going to tell me something. Where is my mother?
Okay, that's a quest we're really gonna need to go on a long journey for, because we don't actually know, do we? I don't know if there's an actual canonical point that says, hey, this is where his mom went, or if he ever actually truly gets reunited with her. I hope they do, because she would be very proud of the man he became. Because he went through a lot. But because of her kindness, Iroh's wisdom, and his perseverance, came out a good dude all the way at the end.
Zuko, stop moving! I'm trying to capture the moment! I wanted to do a painting, so we always remember the good times together.
That's very thoughtful of you, Sokka. Wait, why did you give me Momo's ears?
Those are your hair loopies. At least you don't look like a porcupine. My hair's not that spiky.
I look like a man. And why did you paint me firebending?
I thought it looked more exciting that way. Oh, you think you can do a better job, Momo?
Everyone's a critic. Can't get everything perfectly, right? We love our characters with flaws. I hate to be the guy that ruins like the sentimental moment, and like I've always been rooting for this, but now that the moment's here, this feels so forced. She never once apologized. They didn't talk about how their relationship was. She didn't fix all the I'm really concerned about things, but all of a sudden, now that I've saved the world and brought balance and peace and order and justice by overthrowing the Fire Lord and doing it the right way, now you're into me? Are you just into me for the glow up, or like what's the deal here? Like, the relationship seems forced is what I'm saying. And I know it's probably beautiful, and they probably discuss it in the time lapse between, the ceremony and now. But we're not privy to that information. So as a viewer, I'm just a bit skeptical on how we fix things to where it feels right. I'm just saying. And that is an end to one of the most beautiful series that has ever been written. Ever. From start to finish. What a journey. What a whirlwind of adventures it's been with you, the viewer. I'm happy you guys were able to come along with me for that journey. I'm thankful that you guys who have subscribed, or even haven't subscribed, are here for this journey. This show is something that I feel like I need to reflect upon more. You feel more character growth within yourself, revisiting things like this every so often. This show has significant impact on a lot of people that still cite this show to their day as like why they feel they're a better person overall. The storytelling was fantastic. The characters were great. Flawed, but great because of their flaws. And the way that everything was able to be encapsulated, it felt true and authentic to characters, and while they grew, they didn't abandon who they were along the way in the beginning. They just refined some rough edges. Aang was too peaceful to be able to even pull out bending like out of somebody's body in the beginning. Sokka was a misogynist in the beginning. Katara was just taking out all of her frustrations of her mother on everyone in the very, very beginning. And Toph was afraid to trust people and get close to one another, let alone Zuko, who we all know who was struggling with his honor and where he felt he belonged in the world because he was trying to follow what everyone else was telling him where he should and should not do in this world, only for him to realize he needs to master his own destiny and use others' guidance, not their literal telling you what to do, to become the person that he wanted to be. And they all had a beautiful, beautiful ending. Well, other than Mosai and Azula, but they can kick rocks. We're not really sure we care that much about what's going on with them. But the series was great. I hope Korra is just as good. I've never seen it, so again, if you want to be part of that, you know exactly the buttons to hit. I've been the Sarcastic Geek. It's been an honor and a privilege to be along with this journey for you, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode.